Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I'm showcasing the latest weapon from Bethesda, the weapon that will be released with the next update. We are currently testing it, and hopefully it will be a little bit more fine-tuned, but already, look at it. Not only very unique look, but first time ever, a very unique mechanic is being added to how this weapon works. Let me show it on the workbench first, what can be modified, how it goes, and hopefully it will be a little bit more options as wrong workbench. As currently, unfortunately, there is a lot of mods, but only really one usable. I have version with anti-armor and I crafted one that is quad. I will give you a quick comparison damage-wise with other weapons where it will classify. I think in its category it will be #1 weapon. But let's start from possible modifications. So you can see there is something called overheat rate up. This weapon uses a heat up mechanic, which means longer you fire, hotter it gets and more damage it does. Description here suggests like it's overheat, like it's something negative. It's actually something good. I hope they upgrade the wording as well over time, as it's a heat up mechanics, not overheat. Overheat indicates you lose damage or it stops firing. It doesn't. It just do more damage when it's hotter. So there is multiple capacitors. This one increasing fire rate, but negatively affects how fast it heats up, like hits up slower. So that's not good. The extended capacitor is more ammo. Okay, I will show it on anti-armor. Squad obviously is showing already increased ammo. So default is 150. You can get 180 with extended, which may have some point, but not the best. Then there is insulated. That's not worth using. It makes it cool down a little bit slower, but still very fast. I will show you in action. Oiled for faster reload speed. The reload takes all the hit, so no point. Overclock capacitor is currently the only one that is good, like the best. It's so much better than any other that it's no point to use any other. It increases the damage and it makes it heat up faster. Don't look at the colors and exact values. There is something wrong with that. I was testing it in practice. So you are sacrificing a little bit of ammo capacity. You get faster heat up and more damage per shot overall. Standard, of course, it's nothing. Then barrel cannot be changed. It's only automatic. And lastly, the stock, there are multiple options. Still forceful is the best. The other are there, but as any rifle, like forceful is the go-to option. Maybe if there would be a line that worth considering, but there is no such option, so forceful it is. Now about legendary effects, anti-armor will be probably decent on that, but the best will be quad. As quad, you can see the ammo capacity with the best receiver. With the best capacitor, 570. With this new mechanic, that's the best. Rapid is the best, because when you fire faster, you hit up faster. And lastly, VATS optimized. If you want to use it in VATS, it's still tough. It's 28 action points with AP reduction on legendary effect. Without it, it's 38. It's clearly not intended to be used with VATS. It's way more expensive than any competition. For example, I have here Enclave Plasma Flamer, that's 30. So Enclave Plasma Flamer is cheaper, it's 30 versus this new weapon, 38. So it's not a VATS weapon, but it's okay. It's possible to use it in VATS with a lot of coffee. Now how it performs. Let's take it for a spin. And pay attention to this overheat bar, there is additional bar on the screen visible. On the bottom right side, when I start firing, you can see every consecutive shot is doing more until it hits 75% of the warming up bar. Then it's doing full 100% bonus damage as long as the hit is there. As you can see, reload unfortunately takes all the hit and it's warming up again. So it's similar to how Furious work with this difference, you don't need to hit anything. As long as your firing is going up, and the total bonus is 100%, which is really a lot. 100% extra damage is a lot. It is a weapon for people that want to waste a lot of ammo, as if you stop firing even for a little bit, like it's dropping so fast that you can like do something like that, but you cannot go for any longer breaks in firing or all the heat is gone, and basically you need to warm it up again. And that's the fastest capacitor that I have installed for warming up. And this is anti-armor. If I switch to quad, you can see I will be able to fire way longer. Oh, and to be clear, all the damage changes you see are from weapon itself. I unequip Tenderizer or any other perks that could affect my damage as I go. I can even drop Adrenaline, so that will be no effect either. Okay, I'm dropping Adrenaline now, so between targets it will be the same. Let me go into the Nerd Rage zone again. There we go. And now with this amount of ammo, I can start warming up even before I hit a target. That's the beauty of the quad. So I can warm it up, and as long as I'm firing, I can take a little breaks as I can. As long as it's in the top 25% of the bar, I have full damage. I just cannot let it drop below. So ammo efficiency, best if you can keep firing. As you can see already, the damage is really good, and that's without Adrenaline, without Tenderizer, without any legendary boost, without any teammates. So damage with this weapon is really good. Now, how it compares with other weapons. I was doing a lot of testing, but its main competition, so let's say Alien Disintegrator, is doing significantly less damage, but it's silent, so it has this advantage that it's silence. The extra 100% bonus damage from hitting up is unfortunately additive, so it's not proper double damage. It's additive damage bonus. Therefore, I do not recommend for this weapon Blooded prefix. So, you know, more you are adding on top, the less you see the difference. So anti-armor is superior on this weapon than Blooded. And quad is #1 effect, as it helps you greatly to stay in plus 100% damage bonus area. Now, if we compare it with other stuff, like this ultrasight laser rifle with slightly higher fire rate, similar damage, but it will not warm up, so it's stronger than ultrasight laser rifle. If you compare it to the Tesla rifle, the damage is slightly lower, but when it hits up, it does more damage than a Tesla rifle, and of course the ammo capacity difference. Yeah, Tesla rifle reloads all the time. This almost never. 570 with quad. If you compare with a Fixer, we have slightly higher base damage than the Fixer does. So it's above the Fixer. Fixer can go silent though, so that's advantage for the Fixer, but this one is getting extra bonus on top of that. 100% is 50 damage. So fully hit up is about 170. 173 damage or so. So that's the fully hit up damage, is plus 50. Now, if we compare it with Railway Rifle, Railway does more damage, but reloads way more often. So Railway perform way worse outside of VATS. Inside of VATS, Railway does better mainly because it's cheaper. Like, the VATS cost is way cheaper. The fire rate is worse. So total DPS on boss fights, if you can afford coffee, it's possible that Laser Carbine will go on top with this plus 100% damage bonus, so 170 heated up and better fire rate, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I didn't do a proper test. Laser Carbine versus Railway Rifle on the bosses. They both loud, so they go hand by hand. Railway need to reload a lot. Okay, so that's Railway. I can hit for 200 damage to the torso on Doggo, 125 for the torso on this Super Mutant. If I swap now for the Quad Laser Carbine, cool, it's doing under 100, but if I warm it up, heated up, it's doing more than railway. Of course, outside of VATS. The VATS calculation, that's where things are changing. Main reason for that is 100% bonus damage is additive. So when we start adding damages from something like better criticals, mutations, or food buffs to critical damage, a railway rifle will be going on top with the critical hit, when Carbine will be losing a little bit, while regular hits on laser Carbine will be performing better than regular hits on a railway rifle. I know the math is a little bit tricky with those additive bonuses and different base damage, but I hope you have some idea how it performs. So this is the new weapon. We'll see what time will give us, what kind of tweaks Bethesda can still implement on that. I really like this new mechanic. With this heat up stuff, I would just like those other modifications to be useful. Currently they are not. Only overclock capacitor is good. I really like it. It feels so good. It's kind of like a rifle working similar way to heavy weapons. So if you are commando build, with this weapon you will feel like you are playing a heavy build. That's basically what it is. It's like a heavy build. So you are firing with huge ammo capacity, firing continuously, and it's tough to use VATS, as AP cost is a huge barrier. With 28 and fire rate of 91, you need about 250 action points to fire for 1 second. Which is a lot. 250 action points for 1 second of firing, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that being said, let me know what do you think about this new weapon? What do you think about it? Do you like it? Will you be using it when it drops? With its state of being on the top, the most powerful weapon for non-VATS users, or as a commando weapon, as it clearly is? Is it something for you? Let me know. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching, and see you all in the next one.